Hey guys, what if I told you there was a way for you to have a cash generating community that didn't get bogged down by conversational distractions or ads or anything like that? And you could create a solid, cohesive community, an affiliate marketing opportunity, online education, all kinds of different things. Too many to name in this quick intro. And you might notice I'm in a new space. So I'm in my new space with lots of natural light. Might look a little bit older because I don't have my light on me, just the window, but I'm loving this. Anyway, so I am going to just jump right in. This is an audio only podcast episode, but I wanted to share this with you before the new year because I feel like Skool is a game changer. And this is something I recorded a little while back before my move. And I just feel really strongly that this is kind of just going to grow and mushroom. And it's really changing the landscape. And it's so much better than some of the other options out there, which are, Facebook and maybe a learning community where you have to continuously remember your login, but you can't do other things within that community. So I feel like this answers all of those things, and it also is a great way to get people to find you. It's a discoverable community, and they can tap into all your other social media as well. So it's a great way to drive traffic if you're not doing that through your content in a way that feels like you're also able to create income, right? So it kind of puts everything all under one roof, and I feel like it's brilliant. So without further ado, here is the episode. Thanks for watching. Hey there, mamas. If you're tired of the same old social media grind and you're looking for a place to build a real community and actually test your products, you've come to the right place. So today I'm going to dive into Skool, and it's like, I don't know, a secret clubhouse for online entrepreneurs. So you can build a super tight community, you can get honest feedback on your stuff, and even discover new opportunities. Oh, and this is potentially a cash cow if you're interested in becoming an affiliate, or if you don't want a group, but you're looking for something where you can use something as an affiliate tool where you believe in it and you want to promote it and it's rock solid. This is for you. So you can make a serious dough through this. I didn't even think about this part really, but I just saw Skool popping up so much over the last year or two. And I would say right now I'm probably in a combination of, I think I have 3 paid scenarios and the rest are all free. So a total of maybe 7 different communities that I belong to on Skool over the last 3 years. And what I've noticed recently is that this is like a gold mine if you do it the right way. So this whole episode, I'm going to break down what I've seen people doing in Skool that is just brilliant. And I would say no two people are doing it the same way. So I wanted to just cover some of the different things that I've seen, and maybe one of these sounds good to you. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm in a little bit of my own figuring out process right now myself, and I've shut down a website and I'm reopening it. So I'm just trying to figure out, I would love a community, but I'm trying to figure out the right space for that. Anyway, so that's what this episode is about. I think the first time I joined Skool was probably 3 years ago, and I wasn't super impressed right off the bat, but I did that it was a little bit different than Circle. It was definitely different than Facebook, and it had a pretty clean user interface. All that was great. I ran into some trouble when I tried to log in again because somebody else sent me to their Skool account, and that kind of bothered me. Since then, I figured out that you really can just use one login, and then in a very tidy way, all of your communities will show up on the left-hand side, and you can just pick and choose and move through each of the individual communities. I think that is brilliant, the way that it's set up. It's not confusing at all. It's very clear both on laptop and on mobile device. So anyway, so now that I have these communities, I would say I was active in, I had one podcast community that was paid for as a mastermind. I had another more recent one that was a marketing, very quick course that was closed down by the founder for whatever reason. And then I've had a couple that are free recently where I was like, ooh, these people are so smart. So what they're doing, and this is the main thing that I wanted to share, I because I'm so intrigued by the marketing aspect of what they're doing and how they're leveraging Skool, I really wanted to share it here. So here's what I've seen. So let's say there's a YouTube person that you really like and you're following them, or somebody on Instagram or another social media platform, and they say, hey guys, they have some content around something that you want. So they're offering something free. Maybe it's a meditation, maybe it's a mini course, a free template on how to grow your Instagram or something like that. So they have a link in their bio or wherever they're driving the traffic. You click that link to their Skool platform. It's free. So you join. And if you're already in because you're in Skool for something else, that's fine. You just log in, you add their community. So now you're in, you can find the free thing, whatever it is, and you can download it, use it, listen to it, whatever. Now, unlike when you ask somebody to join your email list, the way that Skool works is when you add something new, whether you're the one promoting something in a new thread, like a new comment thread, or you're adding a new piece of content, it's going to automatically alert your Skool community. So if you're somebody like me who's not super consistent with your email list and you find it a burden to stay connected, this is such a great way to create that automatic community. And this is the part that I was like, whoa, this is brilliant, because what I saw is that one of the groups that I'm in is a digital marketing group. And the woman running that group, she gave away something for free. So we joined. Actually, we were invited to join through her email list first because she was looking for marketers, people who had more than 4 years experience as marketers. So I joined her group. I already respected her. I had already taken one of her courses. I got into her group, and because she did it in this selective way, you had to be approved. And I don't even know. I think it was like a couple of questions, but it made it feel more elite. So I thought that was brilliant. She's a marketer, so of course. Not everyone's doing that. Some people are just like, just go ahead and join. But she did that. Then you're in, and then she started sharing some of her wins from some new things that she was doing with Instagram. She was sharing one of her AI tools, and she would explain what it is, how it's helping her clients. And she made a video that kind of walks you through all the different steps and how to use it. And then she had a database, which was a separate Notion template. And that template was so kick-ass. She explained it would take 80 hours to gather this information about, in this case, it was about Instagram prompts and what's working, what's not. And then what she was selling, as I later learned, was this way of her team gathering up very specific information about whatever your niche audience is. Then they would gather these prompts and then show you and save you 80 hours of work. These are the things that are working really well in this particular niche. And there was an offer to join that subscription to get that spreadsheet with that information and implement it. And then you could give her feedback. She'd offer all of this to you for free to kick the tires, try it, see if you liked it or not. She gave a discount code only for people in the group. And if you shared it outside the group, you'd get kicked out essentially. So it was on the honor system. But she did a really great job and then said in X number of days, this won't be available anymore. It's going to go up to this price, and $195, $395, whatever the thing was. And I just like, wow, this is awesome, because she's getting feedback in the group. She has narrowed her niche to only marketers who are fairly experienced, intermediate level at least. And the only people she's promoting this to are people who actually have some idea of what they're doing. They're not noobs, so they're not going to be spamming her with all kinds of questions. And because everyone in there are marketers, they can learn from each other. And I don't know, I just was like, wow. And then she had an AI tool as well. Same thing, that AI tool was connected to marketers and specific to marketing. She walked you through how to use it. I ran into some trouble with it, and I was like, oh, I'm going to send some questions. And then I went back, and because it had like step 1, step 2, step 3 with videos in Skool, I hit a snag where I saw, oh, this the question I have has already been answered. It's not going to retain the content that I'm asking it to do. Anyway, so I just thought that was brilliant. I'm like, wow, she already has an audience that's segmented. She doesn't even have to create a brand new email to send to that list, because when she writes a post, her post is becoming the email that gets sent to all of us. And there's a link inviting us back into that Skool community specifically to then partake in whatever the thing she's offering. Okay, so I thought that was really cool. Then another different Skool group that I'm in, that person was offering like a free training, and it was a live training. So this is a group that's more of a mastermind paid group. But this free training, they have trying to explain the way that it works. So the mastermind was like 1 year where you get feedback and you have live trainings, but you're in the Skool group as well. So you have the course and the mastermind, but then the Skool group is the community. So new people can join and they can get that live piece. But after a year, as somebody in that group, you're in the community, but you're not necessarily getting that live coaching. So they had this special event where you could come, and they were talking about specifically about emailing your list and a very like niche topic related to podcasting. And I was like, ooh, that's awesome. Again, they were able to just send out a note through the thread. The thread went to the entire list. Then you could register, you can go back. And because they went live, the live was literally like in the community. And then the way that they did it, they were sharing some very specific things. They had you ask for the content if you missed it. Again, staying connected to community, prompting, asking for feedback. They're handling it in a different way than the previous person I mentioned, but still, it's a good way to hook people in. You're not in a Facebook group where you're being spammed by other people's comments, potential ads in the timeline. You're with your like-minded people, in this case, fellow podcasters. I just really liked that it was so clean and clear. And then as I was watching these two people and then a couple of other people who are using Skool, another one is a writer. And what he's really great at is he's teaching writing. He has a newsletter. He has 2 or 3 courses plus a mastermind. He does a ton of writing on LinkedIn and teaches how to write on LinkedIn, but mainly he's teaching about how to get writing clients. And so what he will do is drip out very specific niche lessons in his Skool, and his Skool videos are just hosted on YouTube. So every time he sends it out, it goes to his Skool. And so I belong to both a small paid community of his and a free one. And right now I'm referencing the free piece. So the free is going out to his list, and it's saying to them, hey, this is what this is about. This is why I think this is so important. Click the link to go check it out. So when they click, they can see that video within Skool, but it's actually, I follow him on YouTube, it's being pulled from his YouTube. So his YouTube views are going up. It's embedded from YouTube. So if you're a YouTuber and you want to create a tight community, or a YouTube podcaster, you want to create a tight community, this is another way to do it and to drive that traffic more consistently to your YouTube videos or podcast episodes. And then because it's in Skool, and Skool's a community, you can have people, you can prompt them to ask questions, give feedback, whatever, in a much more cohesive way than you could just relying on YouTube alone. Because YouTube is great. You can create a community there. Sometimes you're getting random comments and people aren't tightly knit to you. So I really like that approach as well. And what he's doing is he's building up from his free content. He's teaching. He's pulling people over to his YouTube. He's also sending them sometimes to his newsletter, and I believe also over to his LinkedIn. So he's getting all kinds of views from this very niche Skool community. Awesome. Because you see people who are like, oh, go over to Instagram, go over to LinkedIn and direct message people, do all this stuff. It takes so much work to do that. If you can just invite them into a Skool community, they're there. You don't have all that manual effort. And I'm sure there are tools that do this as well. But this seems so simple and so easy and clean. I just love it. The other thing that I noticed was when I was on mobile, I was like, wow, I'm looking at all my communities that I belong to. I ran into a glitch because I had 2 different logins. As I was looking through Skool, I saw that there was a promoted on my screen these other communities that I should join. And I was like, what? I didn't know that Skool was also a discoverability tool where you could discover other free communities. And that happened to me when I joined somebody on YouTube who has a massive Skool audience. I think his Skool community, which is free, is in like the 42,000 range. He has over 1 million people on his YouTube channel. So I was like, okay, this is reminding me of how the newsletters work when they recommend other newsletters, right? So I went in and I started looking at what was being recommended to me, and I found this really cool, multiple interesting groups that I could join. But one of them was another different digital marketing tool group, I should say, run by a woman I'd never heard of before. And this group was huge. I think she has, I don't know, upwards of 60,000 people in the group. And as I was reading through it, it was a paid group that came, I think, from a product. Like maybe people bought her course. But because Skool is promoting her, I found her. I wouldn't have found her as, I don't know, I've never heard of her before. And then I watched her videos. I watched what's happening in the group, and I was really intrigued. I haven't joined at the moment, but I think it was $64 a month. I did the math on that. This woman in this group, assuming even only half of her group is paid, she's making $500,000 a month or something. It was ridiculous. I did the math on it. So I was trying to explain something to my kids, and I was like, this is how people are making money online. And so that's huge. So if you're somebody who's like, oh, should I have a newsletter? Should I create a brand new Facebook group? Should I, whatever. If you are somebody who's creating content, you're creating products to sell, like courses or e-products or templates or anything like that, and you want to have a community where you can teach and interact and support, this is incredible, I think. So here's the other piece of it. It's not cheap, not gonna lie. Obviously, Facebook is free. There are all these other communities. But if you're somebody who likes to sell and promote and you believe in things, like I've been playing with this for 3 years, right? This tool is $99 a month. However, if somebody in your group joins and creates their own group, you're like an instant referral because they're doing it from within your group. And you get 40% of that amount every month for the lifetime of their membership, which is very generous. And I looked at their affiliate program. So if you join Skool, you automatically get a referral link and you can refer your friends. And if they join, there's a 30-day cookie set. So if they join under your referral, you will get, as I said, the 40% every month for the lifetime of their, however long they're in Skool, if they keep their membership. If they happen to join from within a group, the fact that they're in your group supersedes the cookie that was set. So if their friend referred them, but they're in a group because they either paid for the group or they just selected the group and decided to join, and then while they're in the group, they decide, you know what, I'm going to create my community, then you get credit for that automatically, which I think is super generous, super fair. I've never heard of anything like that. You might say, oh, it's unfair to the affiliate person who sent them there. It isn't because they're in the group. Maybe they found Skool through that person, which is great. But if they're in a group and they like the group so much that they're thinking, I need to have my own, it's probably because of the experience that they're in. So I don't know. Anyway, I see both sides of it. I think it's very generous. And then in terms of the way that they pay out, they have a 14-day holding period. So if somebody joins within the group or from your affiliate link, they have to be in Skool for 14 days. And then after that time, they pay you through Stripe. So it goes from Skool to Stripe to your bank account, and there are no additional fees. So there's no, the actual payout says no transaction fees. That's awesome. So I haven't seen anything quite this generous, and I would love to hear from you if you have something like this where you're like, oh, Steph, this sounds great, but what about ABC product? Please do tell me. I would love to hear from you. I am going to become an affiliate because I am so captivated by Skool. I was in Sam Evans is the founder. I was in Sam's consulting.com, which was something he put out, I believe, more than maybe 5-6 years ago. And his product was rock solid. He is such a masterful genius entrepreneur. He's just so top notch in everything that he does. And that course helped me launch a digital marketing business. And that's what got me really off the ground and truly making money online. So I believe in him, and I've had all kinds of stuff with my life, with my kids, with my one daughter being sick, and just a lot happening for the last 2 years. And I'm just looking for simplicity. I'm looking for a way to connect, and I just think this is phenomenal. I have explored 2 other newsletter platforms, so I'm trying to figure out how to integrate those platforms, or if maybe I don't need them. Maybe I'm going to switch my email from MailChimp to Kit potentially, and ConvertKit has its own newsletter platform. And then this is another way of emailing people as well. And seems, especially if you're a content creator and you're sharing and commenting and curating content, it seems like a great way to do that. And it's not going to exhaust you the way maintaining a list can potentially exhaust you. So if you're looking for shortcuts, looking for maximum impact, you're looking for a community where you can test your products and get feedback, where you're looking for a platform where there's some discoverability and your group could be promoted to other people, you're looking for a way to potentially earn affiliate income through your group as an affiliate marketer and or just a host of a group, and maybe you're not actively promoting it, but you want the people within your group to potentially opt in and create their own groups as well. This just seems like a no-brainer. So in general, I am going to be doing, this is all audio only. I'm not on video. I love video. My degree's in film and new media, and I have spent many dollars, many hours taking workshops through the workshops in Maine, the film workshops for becoming a digital journalist, a Final Cut Pro expert, all that. I love video, but my life right now, it just can't be the main thing. So when I need to use the screens, I will. But for now, this is just going to be the way I'm going to share it because I'm following somebody who I'm hoping to have on the podcast who does a digital products podcast. She's great. She's also a mom, and she has a YouTube. She has groups. She has her podcast, and she's not ever really on screen. And I feel like I'm still getting a lot out of it. So I'm going to follow her lead and simplify my life, and I think that will make things a lot more consistent. If you guys could see the number of mini courses, tutorials, trainings, podcast episodes that I have on my hard drive that have never been shared due to the complexity that I have created over the years, you will totally understand. So I'm trying to simplify, trying to embody and be the role model myself, because I truly believe that there are shortcuts, and that's what I want to focus on moving forward through this season of Audacious Mamas. And I'm hoping and intending that you will see more episodes this season, a lot more. All right. So also, if you want to go check out the Audacious Life podcast, if you're somebody who has been through a toxic or emotionally abusive, financially abusive, coercively controlling relationship, you're coming out the other side and healing, that is my other podcast. And I would love to send people back and forth because I know there's a lot of overlap between those two audiences, because as mamas, whether you're a single mom, whether you're a mom who has a partner, sometimes you just need mental health support, You need to be built up. You need ideas on how to save time. And I think that those are all the main things that I want to do. It's like spiritual upliftment, learning to thrive, learning to find shortcuts so that you can get your life back. You can enjoy your children, your family, your friends, and really take care of yourself. Self-care, without that, is the oxygen. That is the lighter fluid for your rocket. You get it. If you're going to have anything launch in your life, you need to take care of yourself. So yeah, go check it out. That's theaudaciouslife.com and audaciousmamas.com. Feel free to subscribe if you feel like it. That really helps the podcast, and invite other people to check out this episode. Please do share. I appreciate you. Lots and lots of love to you. And if you have any ideas and you want to reach out to me, you want to be on the podcast, I want to feature other mamas, and I want us all to support each other. So please do reach out. All right, all for now. Take care.